Hi everyone, welcome to Vinyasa Flow Yoga. Today we did have a request for some spinal twists as well as a bit more of yin practice towards the end. So grab a pillow as well as your usual props that you might use for Vinyasa Flow, like a couple of yoga blocks and a strap, perhaps a blanket as well. Put the pillow aside for later and we'll begin, unless you'd like to sit on it, we'll begin in a comfortable seat. Here's a short quote from the Tao Te Ching, excerpted from Meditations from the Mat. In the pursuit of knowledge, every day something is added. In the practice of the Tao, every day something is dropped. So it is as we begin to live our yoga. There is a sense of liberation and lightness as we begin to renounce the very things that have held us back. So as we continue with the fall theme of shedding, just like the leaves of fall or the trees of fall, shedding to create space for that which we welcome in our life ahead, in our life presently. So sit a moment, ground yourself, maybe by shifting around and pressing your weight more evenly throughout the surface below. And then lifting up through the spine, so there's a sense of arriving with intention here. There's a present-mindedness in the posture of your body. Maybe close your eyes, sensing your various layers or koshas, sheaths of self. From the outermost layer, your physical body, tune into what's present there in sensations. And into an inner layer as you feel the quality of your breath. Notice your energetic layer of being, pranamaya kosha. And even more subtly begin to attend to your mind just as it is. Feel the activity, the state of your mind, as well as your emotional being. Manamaya kosha. And so as we move our attention through these layers of self, from the outward in and from the in out, later as we sit in meditation, allow a moment to set an intention for this practice. Are there things that you've been accumulating day to day, over time, that perhaps you would benefit from a lighter load? A sense of liberation through the yogic practice of vairagya, non-attachment. Maybe join your palms to meet at your heart and bow in. Bring to mind someone or a group of someones that you could dedicate your practice to today as well. Making it an offering for something beyond our individual selves. And with that, let's open the space with resonance as we come together as a community, chanting 3 ohms. Empty this breath. Draw on a big inhale. Bow in towards your heart space. Softly open your eyes if they're closed. And let's begin to deepen the breath evenly in and out through the nose, tuning into a soft whisper you create through the practice of Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breathing. Take your time steadying a rhythm that you will continue to sustain through most of this movement practice. So the sound that you can hear as your breath glides past the back of your throat can serve as the pacemaker for our movements. And with that, take a look at the way that you're sitting. If you're sitting cross-legged, switch the cross of your legs. Ground your sitting bones, press your hands in your lap. Sit up tall. Inhale, circle your spine to one side and forward. Exhale to the other side and back. Inhaling half of the circle. Exhaling the other half. And switch directions. Breathe in just as slowly as you breathe out. Couple more breaths. And then from here, let's start to make our way down onto hands and knees, and we'll move the spine through flexion and extension. Inhale, glide your chest through your upper arms and coil it up. Drop the shoulders back. Exhale, contract your belly, bowing your head into cat pose. Inhale, chest forward and up. Exhale, doming your back. And take a couple more rounds, slow and steady as your breath. On your next exhalation, as you flatten your palms into the ground, tuck your toes and lift your hips high and back. Downward facing dog. Take the first few breaths to shift around as you might need to warm up. Maybe pedaling your feet in place, swiveling your hips left and right, softly shaking and nodding your head. Maybe even stretching your face, opening the mouth, sticking out your tongue. And start to root down through fingers spread, base of the thumb and index. Wrap your triceps towards the floor, open up across your shoulders. Drop your head freely and lift the shoulders and hips further up and back. And as you firm in the belly, press your chest back towards your shins. Feel free to bend your knees any amount here as you lift your tailbone high and let your heels drop heavier towards the ground. With parallel feet, hips distance apart, steady your gaze and let's take 3 more slow breaths. Starting a flow sequence here. Inhale, sweep your right leg behind you with your hips squared. Exhale, bend your right knee and turn your thigh open at the hip. As you stay here, inhale, tack your left outer hip back. Exhale, cross the right knee to touch your left elbow or tricep, shifting to plank. Softly step the foot forward beside your right thumb and lower your back knee into a kneeling lunge. Keep your left hand on the floor or on a block, and inhale, sweep your right arm forward and back like a backstroke. Look behind you. Exhale, bring the right hand down and curl up your right toes into a half split, straightening the right leg as you bow to the inside of it. Inhale, rebend your right knee, tuck the back toes, lift your chest forward. Exhale, step into plank pose, legs straight or knees on the ground. Inhale in plank, lift through the navel. Exhale, glide forward and bend your elbows back just 2 inches, like halfway towards Chaturanga. Inhale, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a slow breath in and out. Side 2 in this mini flow. Inhale, raise your left leg behind, squaring your hips. Exhale, bend your left knee and turn out your thigh. Staying here, inhale, tack your right outer hip back. Exhale, cross the left knee to tap your right elbow or tricep in plank. Then softly step the left foot forward beside your left thumb and lower your back knee. Keep your right hand down on the floor or on a block. Inhale, backstroke your left arm slowly, looking behind you. Exhale, lower the left hand outside of your left foot and straighten your front leg into half split, bowing towards the shin. Inhale, rebend the front knee, come up into a high lunge, extend your chest forward. Exhale from plank, this time, glide forward, lower 2 inches, bend the elbows back towards the ribs, halfway towards Chaturanga, then inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath. So that's our mini flow to start with. Let's take it a couple more rounds. Listen to your breath. Inhale, sweep your right leg back. Exhale, bend the knee, turn your thigh open. Inhale, tack your left outer hip back. Exhale, cross your right knee to your left tricep in plank. Step the foot forward beside your right thumb and lower your back knee. Inhale, backstroke the right arm, look behind you. Exhale, lower the right hand, half split, straightening the front leg, fold. Inhale, come back to a high lunge, lifting the back knee. Exhale, from plank, glide forward, lower 2 inches. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath. Inhale, raise your left leg behind you. Exhale, bend the knee, turn your thigh open. Inhale, tack your right outer hip back. Exhale, cross the knee to tap your right elbow or tricep in plank. Step the foot forward beside your left thumb, kneeling lunge. Inhale, backstroke the left arm and look behind you. Exhale, half split with both hands down, bowing in. Inhale, high lunge, reach your chest forward. Exhale from plank, lower 2 inches. Inhale, press up, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet, folding over your legs at the rear of your mat. Bend your knees any amount so that you can slip your palms face up under the soles of your feet. Trying to get the toes to meet the inner creases of your wrists to stretch your outer wrists. Then shifting your weight forward, inhale, press your heart through the gates of your arms. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, hinge from your hips, dropping your head completely. Let's try that twice more. Inhale, halfway up, lift your heart forward. Exhale, bow to your breath. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. And take about 3 breaths here, maybe shaking your head, fluttering your lips, lifting the shoulders by bending the elbows apart. And slip your hands out from underneath. Bend your knees and inhale to roll up to stand, 1 vertebra at a time. Let's step up to the top of your mat and take 3 cycles of Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, press your legs to the ground, look forward, lengthen. Step into plank and exhale, glide forward, Graze your elbows by your ribs through Chaturanga. Inhale into Cobra or Upward Facing Dog, lifting your chest. Exhale into Downward Facing Dog, lifting your hips. Let's pause here. Let your body be still as you continue to lift the hips back and drop your head. Tune into the sound of your breath. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels and hips, look past your hands. At the end of your exhale, walk or float to the front of your mat. Forward folds. Inhale, press your legs or the floor, lift your chest and look forward. Exhale, bow in. Firm to your feet, inhale, circle your arms and rise all the way up, palms meet. Exhale, trace your hands down your midline in mountain pose. Twice more, inhale, sweep your arms overhead into Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow into Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Step into plank or float into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into Cobra Bhujangasana or Upward Dog Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward Dog for 3 deep breaths. Bend your knees, look forward. After you exhale, walk or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, palms reaching. And exhale, join your palms down your center line. One more, Surya Namaskar A. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, dive forward. Breathe in, extend your heart forward. Breathe out, step or float back. Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. Downward Facing Dog. Let's take a few breaths. So we're about to start a new Vinyasa flow sequence. And before we do, let's take a part of it here and break it down. On your next inhale, raise your right leg behind you and keep your hips leveled or squared. Exhale, round into plank, bending your right knee towards your nose. Feel the belly engaged and use that to softly land your right foot beside your right thumb, separating your feet hips distance apart. Spin your left heel to the ground and keep your 2 hip bones facing forward. Then firm down through both feet and inhale, rise to stand in Warrior One. So take a moment in Warrior One to bring your hands to your hips. As you bend the front knee right on top of your heel, press the outside edge of your left foot into the floor and turn your left outer hip to face forward. Feel your frontal hip bones lift and then extend your arms up. Maybe the palms meet, maybe they don't. Let's take a couple more deep breaths. Take another inhale in Warrior One. As you exhale, bend your elbows apart and bend your arms like a cactus shape. So send the shoulder blades down the back. Crossing your right elbow over your left elbow. Here, either give yourself a tight hug, hook your thumbs, or wrap your forearms and palms. Draw the shoulders down, lift to your crown. Take another full breath. Now, as you shift more weight into your right foot, turn out your left leg at the hip and begin to move into eagle pose, wrapping the left leg over the right leg, where you could either flex the left foot outside of the leg or tuck the left toes behind the right calf and gently scissor your left hip back. Maybe sit a little lower to help you ground. Take a deep breath here in eagle. Keep the belly contained as you draw the navel in and up and start to unravel your left leg, pressing the left heel towards your back wall And bringing your arms down by your side as you tilt the torso forward, warrior three. You could place your hands on the floor if you like, but we're only passing through here. Square your hips to face the ground. Take another breath in. Then cartwheel your arms open, stepping the left foot back into warrior two. Aligning the front heel to the arch of your back foot. Feel your right thigh turn out to face the front of your mat. Steady your gaze just past your right hand with arms wide open. Take another cycle of breath in warrior two. Straightening your right leg, let's move into extended triangle pose. So sweep your pelvis towards the rear of your mat and reach your right hand forward to land on your right leg or just to the right of it. As you sweep your left arm overhead towards the front of the room, there's the extended variation of triangle. Turning your chest slightly to face the sky, perhaps you're gazing up past your left upper arm. Send your shoulder blades down your back ribs. Draw the belly in and feel a spinal twist. A little bit of it happening here. One more breath in. Exhale your hands to plank pose. Continue to lower forward and down through Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths. Remember, you could rest whenever you need. Child's pose or any position of rest you choose. To pace yourself, you have an idea where we're going. And we'll break down the second side. From downward facing dog, inhale, raise your left leg back. Square your hips here. Then exhale, round into plank, bending left knee towards your nose. Softly step the left foot forward beside your left thumb. And with your feet hips width apart, spin your right heel down. With two hips facing forward, press to your feet to rise, inhaling into warrior one. Bring your hands to your hips and feel your two frontal hip bones facing evenly forward as you straighten your back leg and press the outer heel into the ground. And as you bend the left knee, right over the ankle. Then lifting your arms, maybe bring the palms to touch. Let's take a couple more breaths. Warrior one, inhale, bend your elbows apart and slide your shoulders down, cactus arms. Exhale, cross the left elbow over the right. Either give yourself a hug, hook your thumbs, or wrap your forearms and palms. Shift your weight entirely into your left foot. Turning out your right leg, wrap it over the left leg in eagle pose. Whether you flex the right foot outside the leg or tuck the toes behind the calf, in which you scissor the right hip slightly back. Sitting a little lower can help you balance. Let's take a full breath here or two. From eagle into warrior three. Flexing your right foot, unravel the right leg behind you as you lean the torso forward, creating a horizontal line through the center of your body. Get long through both ends and take another breath in. Cartwheeling your arms, exhale, step the right foot back, warrior two. Aligning left heel to arch of right foot. Wrap your left outer hip under. Firm the outer right foot to the floor. And open your arms wide, steadying your gaze past your left hand. Deep breath. Extended triangle pose. Straighten your left leg and sweep the hips back, reaching the left hand forward and down. Sweep your right arm overhead towards the front of the room, wrapping the tricep towards the ground as you turn your chest slightly to face the sky. A little bit of a spinal twist. Take a full inhalation. Then exhale, lower from plank down into your vinyasa, or a few cat-cows. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Let's take about 3 or so slow, gently audible, smooth breaths. Bring into the quality of your breathing the feeling tone of the intention you set at the start of this practice. Then let that same energy infuse into your movements. One breath, each movement. Here we go. Inhale, raise your right leg behind. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot beside right thumb. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Exhale, cactus bend the elbows apart. Inhale, cross the right elbow over the left, your choice of eagle arms. Exhale, shift forward, wrapping the left leg over the right into eagle pose. Inhale, sit a little lower, spine upright in eagle. Exhale, unravel the left leg back through warrior three. Arms back by your sides. Inhale, cartwheel your arms and land the left foot, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the right leg, extended triangle. Inhale, lower your hands to touch the ground in plank. Exhale, shift forward and down into your vinyasa. All the way through, we'll meet in downward dog. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Side two, inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, round knee to nose, step the foot beside left thumb. Spin the back heel down, inhale, rise to warrior one. Exhale, cactus bend the elbows. Inhale, cross left elbow over right in eagle arms. Exhale, shift forward and wrap the right leg over the left for eagle pose. Inhale, sit a little lower, spine upright in eagle. Exhale, unravel the right leg back, lean forward, warrior three. Inhale, cartwheel your arms and land, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your legs, shift forward and down, extended triangle pose. Inhale, touch the ground with your palms, stepping into plank pose. Exhale into your vinyasa of choice. All the way through to downward dog. Slow breath in. Completely empty it. Taking this vinyasa flow one last round. Can you feel the qualities of your intention in your breath and in how you're placing and moving your body? Focus on those qualities and let this be a meditation through movement. Deep inhale, raise the right leg back. Slow exhale, step the foot beside the right thumb, back heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, cactus, bend the elbows. Inhale, cross, right elbow over left. Exhale, wrap, left leg over right, eagle pose. Inhale, sink the hips a little lower in eagle. Exhale, unravel the left leg back into warrior three. Inhale, cartwheel the arms and land, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your legs, reach forward, extended triangle pose. Inhale, lower your hands, step into plank. Exhale into your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath, preparing for the last round. Deep inhale, sweep your left leg back. Exhale, step the foot beside your left thumb, spin the back heel down. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Exhale, cactus, bend the elbows. Inhale, cross, right elbow over left. Exhale, wrap, right leg. Oops, left elbow over right, excuse me. Exhale, wrap the right leg over the left. Eagle pose. Sink a little lower, inhale an eagle. Exhale, unravel the right leg back into warrior three. Inhale, cartwheel your arms and land warrior two. Exhale, straighten your legs, shift forward, extended triangle. Inhale, touch the ground in plank pose. Exhale into your flow. We'll meet in child's pose. As you arrive in child's pose, take notice of these different layers of self, just like we did at the start. Physical body, Annamaya Kosha. Feel your breath. Energetic body, Pranamaya Kosha. Sense your mind, emotions, Manomaya Kosha. And notice if you feel a sense of your inner teacher, that inner wisdom, Vishnanamaya Kosha. Perhaps a tinge of bliss, that innate joyfulness, Anandamaya Kosha, the innermost layer. Let's take a deep inhale. Fill up the four walls of your rib cage and down to the pit of your belly. As you open your mouth wide, let any sound go. Again, gather it in, a full breath. Completely empty it, feel that. And then from here, slither all the way down to the floor. Place your right ear to the ground and slide your right arm straight out to the right with a palm face down. Press the floor away with your left fingertips beside your left shoulder and begin to roll over onto your right side, helping to open the front of your right shoulder. Send the right shoulder blade down your back, open up space in the right side of your neck, and let's take 5 full breaths here. You might opt to step the left foot behind you for a deeper sensation. One more breath. And as you exhale, slowly unravel onto your belly, forehead to the floor. Slide your left arm open to the left with a palm face down. Lower your left ear to the ground and press away the floor with your right fingertips beside your right shoulder. Rolling over to your left side, send the left shoulder blade down your back. 5 deep breaths. Maybe step the right foot behind you if you want to feel a little bit more. One more deep breath here. And as you exhale, come back to center. All right, from here, please make a cactus shape out of your arms again. Bend the elbows apart like we did in the Vinyasa flow. Have your knees as close together as you can to start. We're going to take 3 rounds of locust pose, each with a different variation if you choose. Shalabhasana. So as you parallel your feet the entire pose, press your heels towards the back of your mat and root your pubic bone into the floor. As you inhale, begin to lift your legs off the ground, keeping them straight, and coil your chest off the floor so that your elbows float alongside your shoulders. By peeling the fronts of your shoulders behind you and pressing the shoulder blades down your back, let your heart expand towards the front of your mat. Look on the ground ahead, and let's take it in at least 4 more breaths, your count. Keep lifting your legs from the inner side of your thighs, keeping your feet parallel as you reach the heels back. Lengthen the back of your neck, relax the face, and then when you're ready, come on down to rest. You might make a pillow out of your hands, you might pigeon toe your feet. 3 deep breaths into your belly. So locust pose has a lot of benefits, but one thing is that it helps to strengthen your lower back. All right, round 2. Now in this option, you could choose to clasp your hands behind your lower back, bound locust. Or you could go to the first version that we just did. Press your heels back, keep your feet parallel, no wider apart than your hips, and coil your chest off the ground, gently lifting your head. Count 5 to 7 deep breaths before you let this go. Imagine the knuckles of your hands reaching towards the back wall. And once you've let it go, you might turn your head to the opposite side and pigeon toe your feet again, breathing into your belly for 3 rounds. All right, here's the last variation I'm offering for Shalabhasana. Take a block and extend your arms forward, overhead. Hug the widest width of the block in between your palms flat. See if you can do so without gripping the block with your fingertips. So keep your palms flat, wrap your triceps towards the ground, and plug your shoulder bones back into their sockets. Now begin to lift the legs by pressing the heels back. Lift your chest by contracting your back muscles, and peel the shoulders back and down, lifting your upper arms alongside your ears for 5 to 10 breaths, your count. As you wrap your triceps towards the floor, if you're holding the block, feel the pinky edges of your hands pressing more firmly into the block than your thumbs. And once you've let it go, perhaps make a pillow out of your forearms for your forehead and windshield wiper your shins side to side. Deep breath into the belly. Cool it off through the mouth. Couple more breaths. And as you plant your hands alongside your floating ribs, press yourself up to sit, and please find your pillow, the one I asked you to set aside at the start. So place it on the midline of your mat towards the front half of your mat. We're going to come into a restorative spinal twist. Let's get our restorative music going. And then have a seat so that your right hip is flush against the lowest edge of that pillow, which is at the middle of your mat. Extend both legs towards your left wall. Keep your right foot there. Then slide your left leg towards the back of your mat, so you have an L shape in your legs. Place your hands alongside the left and right edges of the pillow and turn your chest completely to face the front of your mat. Maybe swiveling the right hip towards the back of the mat slightly, maybe bending the knees if you need. So let the legs adjust so that you can completely turn your chest forward and find ease in this position. Now, as you begin to lower your torso onto the pillow, if you need the pillow to come to you, like you feel like it's too far away, take a block and place it underneath the top edge of the pillow, the one that's closest to the front of your mat. And you might turn your head to one side. We're going to be here for 10 slow breaths, not too long, but breathe slowly. Remember which side that your head is turned to, so that when we switch sides in the pose, you can switch sides with your head. Slow down your breathing. We did have a request to have a bit of longer of a cool down today. We'll add in some cooling pranayama as well. Take a mental scan of your body where it is. Is any area holding on to something unneeded, like tension or contraction in the muscles? Notice where you might bring a softness, a feeling of release, sense of liberation. Now let's take one last breath. Gently press your hands into the ground. Leave the props where they are as you slowly rise up. Turn to face away from the pillow towards the rear of your mat with your legs extended in front of you. Sitting tall in stick pose or dandasana for 3 breaths. Keep your right leg where it is and slide your left leg to your left side, creating that L shape in your legs so that your left hip is flush against the edge of the pillow. Then place your hands along the left and right sides of the pillow and turn your chest completely to face the front. Maybe swiveling the left hip slightly away from the pillow, maybe bending the knees. Open up your chest and begin to lower your belly, your torso, and turn your head in the opposite direction. Resting here for 10 deep breaths. One more deep breath. Begin to press the floor away as you slowly lift your torso upright. Now you can leave the pillow where it is if you have space to straddle your legs with the front of your pelvis up against the back edge of the pillow. I'll have to move mine so I can use the wide width of the mat. Preparing for a supported version of Upavishta Konasana, wide-legged, seated forward fold. Take a moment as you're setting up here to cup the tops of your thighs at your hip creases and to roll your inner thighs back, rooting your two sitting bones, maybe elevating your pelvis on a folded blanket if that helps you to sit upright. Keep your kneecaps and your toes pointing upwards. Make sure they don't start to turn to face forward. And then take a deep breath. Lift up your frontal hip bones. Open up your chest and throat. Take your time to slowly bow forward. And you can add a folded blanket underneath your forehead if you'd like to lay face down. We'll be here for another 10 breaths. One more deep breath. Again, press your hands into the ground. Slowly rise up. So let's set up for an inversion. Cooling inversion, not headstand or handstand. Just something restorative, relaxing, winding down. If you normally practice the traditional version of shoulder stand, and you don't have any neck injuries, know how to practice it safely, feel free to take that on your own. Another version is to grab a block, lie down on your back with your knees bent, press your feet into the ground so you can lift the pelvis, and slide the block right under your sacrum, which is the flat part of your lower back, to stably support you as you lift your legs up. Supported shoulder stand. Now, if you have a wall that you could rest your legs right up against, you could do this same pose with your legs resting on a wall. Viparita Karani. And so whatever position of lifting your legs and maybe pelvis higher than your heart, let's take 10 deep breaths. One more deep breath. If you are in traditional shoulder stand, you might move into plow pose if you haven't already, and slowly lower to the ground. If you have a block under your sacrum, set your feet on the floor and gently remove the block. Lower your pelvis. Let's come together in fish pose, sliding your legs straight ahead on the ground. Then slip your palms face down under your glutes. Let your thumbs come together. Press your elbows, forearms, and palms into the floor and begin to lift your chest, tilting your head back to whatever degree you can. Some of you might place the top of your head on the floor, looking at your rear wall upside down. So
Take your fish pose for about 5 clearing exhales through the mouth. Then gently lower onto your back and bend your knees into your chest. You're rocking gently side to side to massage your lower back, or opening up your thighs and coming into happy baby pose for a few deep breaths. Then draw your bent knees together, turn to one side or softly rock forward. And please find a comfortable seat. We're going to move into a cooling breath practice before we rest in Shavasana. So as you sit up tall, grounded, relaxed, this breath work is called Sitali Pranayama, in which we make a taco shape with the tongue by curling up the left and right edges like this. If that's not doable for you, instead, you can make a straw shape out of your lips, like this. So we're making a small hole at the mouth area to inhale slowly through the mouth. And then we'll hold the breath in as you close the mouth and touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And then we'll exhale slowly through the nose. That's one cycle. So let's try a few together of Sitali Pranayama, cooling breath work. Taco shape with the tongue or straw through the lips. Inhale through the mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the mouth, tongue to the roof of the mouth. 3, 2, 1. Keep the mouth closed. Exhale through the nose for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. 3, 2, 1. Again, through the mouth, inhale. Close the mouth, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Pause. Exhale through the nose gently. Pause. In through the mouth. Close the mouth, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Pause. Exhale through the nose. Pause. Try a couple more rounds of Sitali Pranayama at your own pace. And when you feel like you're finished, let it go. Allow your breath to naturally flow. Maybe keep your eyes closed if they are already. And begin to lower into your final resting pose, Shavasana. The Tao Te Ching tells us, in the pursuit of knowledge, every day something is added. In the practice of the Tao, every day something is dropped. For today's meditation, we'll explore the practice of Vairagya, non-attachment. Begin to deepen your breath as you lie to rest in Shavasana. Take your time to slowly wake up your body with small movements, easy stretches. You might choose to hug your knees into your chest. Maybe turn over to your right side. And as you feel ready, gradually lift your body upright. Finding a comfortable seat. So allow a moment to position your body where you can feel grounded, alert, and relaxed. Position your hands in a mudra that helps you to meditate. Close your eyes or steady a soft gaze ahead. Sense the presence of your breath, just as it is. Especially the beginning of meditation practice, when we begin sitting, is one after another a practice of Vairagya, letting go of entangling our awareness into the stories of our thoughts, the narratives in our minds. Notice when you feel entangled in a thought, entangled in a story. At that moment of noticing, take it as your window as opportunity to let go, to non-attach, and resume your seat as the observer. Let's continue silently for the rest of 4 minutes.
Joining your palms to meet at your heart center and bowing in. Remember whom you've dedicated this practice to. And perhaps one more time, state mentally your intention for this practice to continue to cultivate that seed to sprout. And let's close together with one more chant of Om. Take a deep breath. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.